Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Buzzard Way. So we're about 0.86 miles out of Ebbw Vale. Done about 500 feet of ascent already through this really pleasant, still and calm little woodland. We're about to go out onto the common now and ascend the last bit of Cwm Darran. It's a 504 metre hill, another heads of the valley hill. And then we're going to drop down, wind our way down to Ebbw Vale and up the other side to Ebbw Vale and then down again towards Parc Cwm Darran and some other ridgeways in between there as well. So we're going to obviously do about 15 to 20 miles, but we'll try and make it finish in a logical location for picking up part 4. So it should be a pretty decent leg, this one. A little bit different to the last leg, but we'll still get all of the similar kind of views of the central Brecon beacons and the rest of the valleys, and we'll still get sea views from the tops of these hills as well. So we'll push on, get to the Cwm Darran, and we'll take in the views from up there. Cwm Darran, 1.25 miles, 763 feet of ascent. Really amazing views and a nice track up that was really easy to follow as well, so that's always a bonus because that was one of the sections I haven't walked before, so I was glad it was there. So yeah, we can see Ebbw Vale like directly opposite us, so that'll be the next hill we've got to do. But first we've got to drop down into the bottom of the valley and go back up again. So really are crisscrossing head to the valley in legs 2 and 3. What a lovely day for it. The sky is slightly grey now, but there's lovely textures and the occasional bit of sunlight spotted in the distance. A really nice hill, this one. Quite scarred by dirt bikes and quad bikes, but plenty of horses, nice cows, sheep. So yeah, a really good start to the third leg. So we're going to carry on now, head down to the bottom of the valley. As you can probably tell, it is a new day, glorious late October autumn day. Leaves are turning. There's a bit of a cloud inversion this morning as well. So we picked up where we left off, which was at the Cefn Cholera Cemetery. So we've done one of Bedwalty, one of the high points on the trail, and then we walked down to the Rocking Stone. Although you'll see from the footage I didn't actually go on to the Rocking Stone today because it's a bit wet, a bit slippery. So I'm going to stick some footage in of a drier day when I was up there. Really impressive place to visit, which is why we took a sort of detour down to there. So we're now on a completely new walk for me. I've never been down this trail before, but it was on the OS maps. I was hoping it would take me down the sort of Phillipsdown, New Tredegar, drop us into the valley, and then we'll try and find our way up to Capel y Brifta and the next sort of high ridge point, which we've got to cross over to get down into Parc Cwm Darran. So a glorious day for it. A lovely little walk so far. I'm just hoping this footpath does exist all the way to where we need to go. So we're still walking new trails, or certainly trails that are new to me. It's been an absolutely lovely patch of woodland here. It's been a really good walk. We've done Capel y Brifta, the Pagan Stone, and a nice stroll over the common. So we're now going to skirt, hopefully, this path's going to skirt us around the side of the common up to a Roman marker stone. We're then going to do a drop down into Parc Cwm Darran, which is where I think we'll end this leg. I think it will make this leg around the 14 miles mark. But obviously everyone, if you're going to walk this route all the way through, you're going to pick different stopping points anyway. And if you're going to walk it all in one, you're going to wild camp and stuff, you're obviously going to choose locations where it's going to be suitable for that. But it has been a really successful leg, dropping down through Phillipstown and Mutradiga. That was all fine. One of the footpaths kind of disappeared, but there was a country lane which you could walk on, so a little bit of a detour, but really pleasant walk, and some waterfalls that aren't marked on OS maps as well, so that was quite nice to see. So yeah, it's been a really good leg so far, and we're going to head down to Parc Cwm Darran and take a little detour there to a really spectacular and big waterfall that I've only recently discovered, but as soon as I found it I was like, yeah, we'll make a detour to that, absolutely. Another section of really calm, pleasant woodland. It's what differentiates walking in the valleys, I think, to walking in the Brecon Beacons to a large extent, is that you get a lot more variety. So this walk so far, I think must be about 50 miles into it now. We've had broad ridgeways with big views, some pretty high hills over 500 meters. Yet we've also had intimate little woodlands, little waterfalls and streams and rivers, crisscrossing a few little towns, but really the vast majority of the route has been out in the wilderness to some extent, and it's been incredibly peaceful. I've seen one cyclist today. That's the only person I've seen on this walk. So actually no, one person picking magic mushrooms up on the common as well. But it's just the variety you get in the South Wales valleys, these sort of unwalked little areas. Incredibly beautiful, incredibly peaceful, and just the variety. And that's why I wanted to do something like the Buzzard Way, create something that tries to tie together not just the different valleys on a long distance trail, but tries to pick out some of the highlights along the way as well. So that's why I've tried to constantly look at the routes and see what little bits of history there are. So whether it's a Roman marker, an old chapel, ancient stones, waterfalls, churches, whatever it is, try and give people a sense of the history of the valleys as well. And obviously incidental history all the time when you're walking through these areas. We're literally now walking on a path that has got lots of coal in it, so it's clearly been a spoil tip up here at some point as well, because Parc Cwm Darran used to be a huge colliery as well. So it is just a really varied walk, ancient history mixed with post-industrial South Wales as well, and you can never get over the beauty and the views that you get here in South Wales.